you don't hear anywhere else. If you forgot to become a member, well, there's no penalty for pledging late. You can call 1-888-376-WNYC anytime or pledge at WNYC.org. And thanks.
WNYC is supported by Lincoln Center's White Light Festival, presenting soprano Christine Brewer and organist Paul Jacobs performing Sacred Works for Voice and Organ tomorrow at 5 at Alice Tully Hall. Tickets at whitelightfestival.org. Geico, celebrating over 75 years of providing auto insurance for drivers across America. More information on auto insurance available at geico.com or 1-800-947-AUTO.
I'm Stephen Dubner. On the next Freakonomics Radio, what happens when thousands of doctors all leave town for a medical conference?
We just assumed that the decreased availability of doctors would imply that outcomes would be worse. And what we found was the opposite.
How the absence of doctors means fewer people dying and what that says about healthcare generally. That's next time on Freakonomics Radio, this afternoon at 4 on 93.9 FM WNYC.
Support for NPR comes from NPR member stations and from Lumosity, offering a 10-minute fit test to challenge memory, attention, and problem solving, with brain games to calculate baseline scores and build a personalized brain training program. Performance can be compared to global averages. Learn more at Lumosity.com. And Angie's List, where members can shop and buy services from local businesses, including house cleaners, handymen, landscapers, and remodelers. Learn more at angieslist.com. You're listening to Ask Me Another from NPR and WNYC. I'm Ophira Eisenberg, and with me is our house musician, Jonathan Colton, and our puzzle guru, John Chinesky. Our next game is called Musical Reenactments, and here to play it are Leah Uden and Cliff Fuller. I would like to know if either of you have gotten into a public fight of any kind. Cliff?
I had a Larry David moment at 8 o'clock in the morning at a Whole Foods.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody cut the line when there was no line.
Oh, no.
And so I actually quickly made my purchase and saw the guy 3 blocks away and chased him down Broadway just so I could tell him what he did wrong. And then it escalated. No punches were thrown. I just needed him to admit that he did what he did.
And did he?
Yes.
Good.
I won.
Good. Leah, how about you?
Nothing like that, but, no, I've been yelled at on the subway a fair amount of times.
By random people?
Just by random people.
Oh, so you were an innocent victim?
I mean, usually.
Yeah, what happened?
Once I didn't move my leg out of the way fast enough.
Well, I'm with the other person on that one, yeah. Jonathan?
Yeah.
Pat Benatar said it when she said, love is a battlefield. I mean...
Oh, she said it all, sister.
Yeah.
It's true. In this game, we have rewritten the lyrics to Love is a Battlefield to describe historic battles and battlefields. You have to tell us which ones we're talking about, and for full credit, I would like you to sing it like this. Valley Forge is a battlefield. Although, substitute the correct answer instead of Valley Forge. Are you ready?
Sure.
Sure.
Here we go. Napoleon, get off the field, 'cause you're done. This war has been 23 years long. Let's make it an ABBA song. Leah.
Waterloo is a battlefield.
That's correct.
Did you know it the whole way through, or was it the ABBA line?
The ABBA line helped.
Yeah.
That's the clincher right there.
It's the song that ended the war, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, they were like, this song is so beautiful, let's stop fighting. Pickett's charge. High water mark for the grave. Our battle has lasted 3 days. I hope Lincoln makes a speech. Leah.
Gettysburg is a battlefield.
Yes. I'm sure Abraham Lincoln would be very proud.
I would love it.
Okay. Back to this dumb song. Come on, Cornwallis man, just wave the white flag, because you know that you're through. The French are on our side, we don't mean to brag. George Washington is better than you. Yeah, could be anything.
Yeah.
Any hints from our Puzzle Group Junction?
Well, this is a place in Virginia, and the first syllable of it is very similar to the town that we're in now, yeah?
Yorktown?
Oh.
I forgot it was two. Sorry.
I heard one bell. That was Leah, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Leah!
Yorktown?
Yorktown is correct.
I will say, though, it was perfectly in unison.
We are
quite
singing
beautiful,
a song. so-
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Find me a flag. Take a photo of us raising one for a statue someday in Arlington. Clint Eastwood will make a film. Leah.
Iwo Jima is the battle.
Yeah.
That one just rolls off the tongue.
Really? Pat Benatar made a big mistake when she didn't actually write this song about
I
battlefields.
know.
Wasted time with a metaphor. Should have been more clear and direct. Please don't fire till you see the whites of their eye. We're saving Boston, you guys. The British will win this one. Dead silence. Leah!
Lexington and Concord?
That's the right war. Cliff.
Bunker Hill is a battlefield.
Yeah, you got it.
Moral victory.
John Chinesky, how did our contestants do?
It was a hard-fought battle, but Leah, we will see at the Ask Me One More final round at the end of the show.
Do you think you can lead a charge against puzzles, trivia, and wordplay? Then go to amatickets.org to take our contestant quiz, and we'll see whether you can conquer our crafty clues. Our VIP has been fighting evil for over 30 years, and us fans will not let him rest. You know him and love him as Ash Williams from the Evil Dead movies, and now the story continues with the new Starz television series Ash vs. Evil Dead. Please welcome Bruce Campbell.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We are so psyched for this new show. What do you think about the fact that horror is so mainstream that the show is not going to be on after midnight? It is going to be on after dinner.
I think it's about doggone time.
Yeah. Now, was it a pointed decision to go for a television series as opposed to doing another movie sequel?
Yes, the economics are, well, movies are like a one-shot deal.
Right.
You roll the dice, ha-cha-cha, and you see what happens. And Mr. Sam Raimi makes movies that are several $100 million now. We didn't think another Evil Dead movie needed to be as expensive as Oz the Great and Powerful. Call me old-fashioned. The original movie, was financed with grass-cutting money, basically. So, different story now. Television is just different. You can hopefully get an audience to find you before they cancel you. With a movie, you don't get that chance. If you don't do the Burger King tie-in, they're not going to find you. And if you spend $200 million on an Evil Dead movie, that's a bad idea. It just is. I'm not trying to get myself out of a job. I've only starred in one studio movie, Army of Darkness. The movie. Yeah. Where were you in 1991? That movie sank like a stone and killed the series. Now, there's been 17 reissues of Army of Darkness, so...
And the fans sort of demanded...
They demanded it. They were very rude over many, many years. Sam Raimi was just saying the other day, he goes, I made these Spider-Man movies. They grossed over several $1 billion, and people go, oh, that's nice. When's the next Evil Dead movie? They want Ash, and they want Sam Raimi. So, we got tired of fighting City Hall. We're going to give them exactly what they want. I'm too old to do it worth a damn now, but you know, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. My stunt guy's awesome. Yeah.
So you and Sam Raimi, actually, you are both from Royal Oak, Michigan.
We were born in Royal Oak at the William Beaumont Hospital. Why are you clapping? It was called Royal Joke when I was born there.
Oh my God.
That's where you got flat top haircuts. Now you can't park there. It's too expensive.
Now you guys met in junior high but didn't become friends until high school?
I saw him in junior high school. I witnessed him dressed as Sherlock Holmes playing with dolls. He claims later that he was making a movie. There was not a camera in sight. And I remember I walked way around him. I'm like, gotta watch out for that guy. And then I was his assistant at bar mitzvahs. He was a magician at bar mitzvahs. And I was his assistant hung low. It's not my name. I didn't make it up. And so
This was high school?
This was last week.
Okay.
Yeah, this was high school-ish. Yeah, it was high school. And the one thing happened one time that changed his life and mine forever in a very bad way. He injured me during the routine. I said something and he goes, no, you fool, and he hit me. And the audience burst into like applause, spontaneous applause. And a little light bulb went over his head. He's like, if I just punish Bruce Campbell for 30 more years, this is going to be great.
What was it like for you personally to revisit this character 20 years later?
Personally, much more painful.
Really?
Yeah. The recovery time is sort of non-existent. Go to reach for your socks in the morning. You go, what was that all about?
If the fans demanded more and more of this series...
I would be healthier and healthier and healthier. So...
I don't want to hear any spoilers about the show at all, but I am told...
There is blood.
There's a little bit of blood.
Sorry, folks, oh my word. I've choked. This season, I've choked and had to hold up my finger and then disgorge a mouthful of blood. I was killing a zombie above me, and gravity will do what it does, and it just... And I'm supposed to be grimacing, right? You can't kill someone like with your mouth closed. You have... It's open. I'm killing this demon, and my mouth is open, and it's the spigot is right above me. So there you go. And it tastes just as crappy as it did in 1979.
I cannot wait to watch this. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, it's just a little over the top. Just a little.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to subject you and your friend and co-star Lucy Lawless to an Ask Me Other challenge later in the show. But right now, we are thrilled that you actually accepted the challenge of helping us out by leading a game with us.
Oh, yeah. You need me for this.
All right.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell will be playing the part
of Wink Martindale.
Let's welcome our next two contestants, Mark Oppenheimer and Edgar Diaz. Do you guys feel lucky? You should feel lucky.
Yeah, so lucky.
Good. Now, Mark is a religion reporter for the New York Times. Edgar is the admin associate for the United Methodist Church of the Village in Manhattan. So here is a uplifting question for you. What would you put on your tombstone? Mark.
All his children were vaccinated.
Pretty good. Edgar?
I think this is a lot about me and where I went with that question.
Sure.
I'm on Tombstone. What do I want on my tombstone? My standard pizza order, because that was like a pizza slogan in the 90s. And being from Chicago, I would say like deep dish, sausage, pepperoni, mushroom. And it also probably says a lot about how I'll go. Yeah.
Those are excellent answers. So being dead sucks, even if you don't turn into a flesh-eating zombie, but you do have one final chance to make a lasting impression on your tombstone. So in this game, we are going to give you the epitaphs written on gravestones of some famous people, and you just have to tell us who that person is. For an example, let's go to our puzzle guru, John Chinesky.
If you look at the tombstone of Baltimore-based writer and poet, you can see the words, "Quoth the Raven, nevermore." That's on the tombstone of Edgar Allan Poe. Obviously.
Okay, yeah.
I thought that was a question. I'm like, this is easy.
So Reagan, when you know the answer, and of course the winner will move on to our final round at the end of the show. I will give you the first one. The last song he sang in public, "The Best Is Yet to Come," is the epitaph on what member of the Rat Pack? Mark.
Dean Martin.
I'm sorry. That is incorrect. Edgar, can you steal?
Frank Sinatra.
That is correct. Frank Sinatra.
I guess, is this me now?
This is you.
This female founding member of the Algonquin Round Table suggested as her epitaph, "Excuse my dust." Yes.
Mark, yes.
Mark.
Dorothy Parker.
That's correct, Dorothy Parker.
She was cremated. She was. Because men don't make passes at girls in caskets.
You're going, this is getting very dark.
This comedian didn't think he'd get any respect even in the afterlife, as his tombstone reads, "There goes the neighborhood." Edgar.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, you got it.
This game show guru invented Jeopardy and hosted a talk show. His final sign-off reads, "I will not be right back after this message." Mark.
Merv Griffin.
That's correct. He's on fire. This legendary filmmaker pulled a line from his film Some Like It Hot when he put on his headstone, "I'm a writer, but then nobody's perfect."
Mark.
Mark.
Billy Wilder.
That's correct.
All right, this is your last question. "Let Her Rip" was the epitaph of this airplane actor who liked to keep his whoopee cushions and flatulence machines handy. Edgar.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Let her rip. Nice.
Puzzle John Chinesky, how did our contestants do?
Well, Ophira, it's a dead heat. We have a tie.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Mark and Edgar, here's your tiebreaker question. As his characters had done hundreds of times before him, who signed off from this world with the words, "That's all, folks"? Edgar.
Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc is correct. Congratulations, Edgar. You'll be at our asking one more final round at the end of the show.
And thank you to Bruce Campbell.
Thank you very
for
much.
being
Thank you.
amazing. Coming up, we'll flip it and reverse it Missy Elliott style, and we'll pit Bruce Campbell against his old friend and co-star Lucy Lawless, and quiz them about all things undead. You won't want to miss it. This is Ask Me Another from NPR.
Sale, host of Death, Sex, and Money.
We don't often talk about death, sex, and money.
TV writer, producer, and World War II veteran Norman Lear is 93 years old, but he says death isn't something he's talked about with his family yet.
I haven't brought myself to talk about that. I don't feel near that, you know. I'm not someone who's afraid of it.
Hear our conversation at deathsexmoney.org.
Hey, it's Jonathan Colton here from Ask Me Another. Join me and guest host Faith Saley for 2 great shows at the Bell House. Our guests will be Saturday Night Live's Taran Killam on Monday, November 9th, and comedian David Cross on November 12th. Tickets at amatickets.org.
WNYC, public radio supported by you.
Support for NPR comes from NPR member stations and from Athena Health, cloud-based EHR and practice management services for medical groups and health systems to help physicians work as one across the continuum of care. More at athenahealth.com. And the Doris Duke Charitable Foundation, working to improve the quality of people's lives by supporting the performing arts, the environment, medical research, and child well-being. Information is available at ddcf.org. Welcome back to Ask Me Another, NPR's hour of puzzles, word games, and trivia. I'm Ophira Eisenberg, and let's welcome our next contestants and ask you Hasek and Jasmine Kaneshiro. Anne here has just started writing crosswords.
Attempting. It's going better than it started.
Okay.
Yes.
How many have you written?
I've written 4 or 5. The first one was completely unsolvable. I sent it to my dad, and he was like, "Yeah, no, try again." But I think I'm getting there. My goal is to have one published by the end of the year. So.
All right, nice. Now, Jasmine is also very big into the words. I know that you were in the spelling bee. How far did you get?
In my second year, I almost got to ESPN.
Would you go back again?
To observe.
To observe. All right, well, this game is one of our favorites. It's a homage to Missy Elliott called Flip It and Reverse It. Because every answer is a famous title or phrase backwards. Let's go to our puzzle guru, John Chinesky, for an example.
If I said, what long-running BBC show is about Roger Daltrey's time-traveling personal physician, you would answer, Who Doctor? That's Doctor Who backwards.
So every clue will hint at the regular phrase and its reversal. And the winner will move on to our Ask Me One More final round at the end of the show. Here we go. This classic George Orwell novel is about one solitary cow. Anne.
Farm animal? No.
Yes! This Michael J. Fox sitcom from the 80s is about a loving collection of related neckwear and bolos. Jasmine.
City Spin?
Oh, that's the other one. But that's not the one we were looking for. Can you steal, Anne?
Ty's Family?
Ty's Family. And then the flamboyant cousin, the ascot, shows up. In this long-running reality show, Padma Lakshmi discusses what a kitchen's head cook should wear over their torsos. Anne.
Chef Top?
Chef Top. In this 2011 hit song, Adele accuses the listener of enjoying a specific but unnamed human being. Anne.
You like someone?
Yes! This exciting cartoon and network series follows Finn and Jake as they learn how to read an analog clock. Jasmine.
This is just a guess. Adventure Time?
Time Adventure?
Yes, Time Adventure.
All right, this is your last clue. Find the hidden arrow in the logo for this shipping company run by former FBI agents. Jasmine.
X-Fed.
That is correct. All right, John Chinesky, Puzzle Guru, how did our contestants do?
They did very well, Ashley. Anne is our winner, though. She's going on to our Ask Me No More final round.
Let's welcome back our VIPs, Bruce Campbell and his co-star from Ash vs. Evil Dead, Lucy Lawless.